Ceddanne Rafaela has been one of the most talked about Red Sox prospects throughout this season. I had the opportunity to speak with him in this episode of the Locked On Red Sox podcast.
You are Locked On Red Sox, your daily Boston Red Sox podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
I want to welcome you back into the Locked On Red Sox podcast, and thank you so much for making Locked On Red Sox your first listen of every single day. I'm your host, Massachusetts Pirates team insider and WooSox production assistant, Jake Ignaszewski, and I'm here at Hadlock Stadium in Portland, Maine to watch the Portland Sea Dogs. And I had the opportunity to speak with one of the most exciting and talked about Red Sox prospects, outfielder Ceddanne Rafaela. And he talked a little bit about sort of his routine that he goes through before the game, what's made him so successful so far this season in the outfield, and talks a little bit about what he loves to do outside of the game of baseball. Before we get into the Ceddanne Rafaela interview, I just want to take a second to talk to you about Bet Online, which is your number one source for all your pro and college football betting needs and sports info this season. You can find all the latest football, league developments, game matchups, news, and podcasts, including this year's opening week's games. BetOnline is also your continued search for all your sports wagering information, including live betting, esports, and scores, and is the fastest and easiest way to check in on all your favorite sporting events, including MLB, MMA, boxing, and golf. So head over to the website today or use your mobile device to learn more about the trends and action at BetOnline, where the game starts. Now let's listen in to Ceddanne Rafaela and I's conversation. I'm Jake Ignaszewski here with Ceddanne Rafaela, the Red Sox prospect outfielder. So, Ceddanne, I just want to start off, over the last year or so, there's been a lot of buzz around your name, but I'm curious about how you've not allowed the pressure to get to your mind and impact your on-game performance.
I mean, always staying humble. That's my main focus, to stay humble and don't let anything get to my mind. Just worry about play the game the right way, be a good teammate.
And especially playing the game the right way, being a good teammate, sort of what goes into your mindset, especially on your on-field performance and in the way that you play the game?
I mean, the way I play the game is just 1 point, play the game hard, and the rest will come on their own.
And sort of, with that mindset of playing the game hard, is there any advice that you stick in your mind that motivates you each day when you walk on the baseball field?
I mean, of course, I'm so proud to put this uniform on, so I want to keep it on for long years.
And we've seen a lot of your acrobatic catches out in the outfield, and it's been pretty incredible to see your development out in the outfield. And so, how have you really grown at that position? Because you changed positions during the offseason. So, what was sort of like the preparation over this past year, getting used to the new outfield position?
I mean, it wasn't that difficult because growing up I played outfield too, so I knew I was going to do a good job there in the outfield.
And especially, with the robbing, home runs, the diving catches, what do you think the keys to success of you being able to make those plays are? Because, really looking at them, it's sort of Coco Crisp-esque. And, especially, when myself or fans watch it, our jaws drop. So I'm just curious sort of what you think the keys of your success to making those are.
I mean, pre-game BP, that's I always focus on that. When the guys is hitting BP, I put 100% focus to get my pre-pitch in and know where the track, and that's how I can make those plays.
And, especially going into this season, whether it's defense or offense, was there anything specific that you were really trying to work on, and how do you think it's been going so far this season?
I mean, I've been trying to work on my approach, on swinging at better pitches. And I mean, it's helping me a lot. You can see, like in the numbers, that it's getting better.
And especially, we could talk about your on-field stuff all day, but mentally, how do you prepare mentally before the game?
I mean, don't stress myself. Just keep it fun always, and just do my routines, and that's all.
And what are some things that go into those routines?
I mean, I love to watch TV shows before the game to get all the stress out and just have fun.
What's the go-to one right now?
Right now, it's a telenovela from Mi Fortuna es Amarte. So I just love to watch novelas, TV shows before the game.
And when there's times when you might be struggling on the field, is there any process that you go through mentally to not allow that to bog you down?
I mean, I just kept in my mind that it's a process. It's a process that we all have to go through. We have to fail to learn about it.
And that's one thing that I always try to think about. It's about the process, not the destination. The journey is what makes you who you are. And, I'm curious as well, sort of, what are your hobbies? Like outside of, watching TV, playing baseball, is there anything that you like to do on your off days?
I mean, on off days, I love to be with my family. That's the most fun that I can have, play with my boy and be with his mom, play video games. Yeah, that's my off days.
And one last thing for you, I'm always curious to hear what guys' answers are of this. If there was one pitcher, either past or present, that you would want to face, who would that be?
I think Ventura. Yeah, Jordano Ventura.
Why is that?
I love the way he pitch. It's looked like me playing the game with hungry.
I love it, man. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I hope that you did enjoy my conversation with Ceddanne and got to learn a little bit about what makes him so successful on the field, but also what he loves to do off the field as well. And as the season continues to wind down, we're going to continue to bring you all these different interviews from Red Sox prospects to help you get excited about the future of the Boston Red Sox. But thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not yet, make sure to follow us on Twitter. It's LO_Red Sox. Myself, it's at Jake Iggy. Also my co-host Lauren. It's La, 3 Laws, Lauren with 4 R's. But if you had not yet, also make sure to subscribe to us on whatever audio platform that you listen to, also over on YouTube. But we greatly appreciate everybody making Locked On Red Sox your first listen of every single day. And make your second listen Locked On MLB. Paul Francis Sullivan brings you humor and his passion to keep you updated about everything that is going on in Major League Baseball. It's available on Odyssey or on YouTube and also wherever you get your podcasts. But as always, we hope that everybody has a great rest of their day, and we'll end it how we always end it. Let's go Sox. Peace.